Back to another video, guys. Today we are checking trail cameras to see what is in the area. Black bears, big bucks, does, dog bears, I don't know, anything really, guys. Using this green card to check what's on the cameras. So we got a nice 8-pointer, seems to be. That's the only photo we had though, but that's not a bad deer. So we're gonna put this SD card back in the trail camera. And I forgot what brand this was, or I'd tell you guys. We're gonna put this back in there, click the little power button, it goes blue, it all works. And I have it set to photos only. Gonna hold that button real quick. See, it turns red, then it'll turn blue real quick. There it is. Now we're just gonna lock it, and then we'll check it back. Check it weekly on Saturdays. So we're gonna hope we can get some big deer. Now we're gonna go check the other camera. Alright guys, we're at the second camera. Don't mind this. It's been running for like 20 minutes straight. Joking, but I had to drive over here. Gonna check this camera down in my holler. Over on that side is where I had the first camera. This side, completely different. Could have the same deer. This is a wide range, but I don't know if it will. Just take out the camera. But this one is different. It's got a mini SD card right here. But luckily this camera's got both. So we're going to check the photos real quick. At this camera, I usually don't get bucks till the rut, and that's why I just have does here. Have lots of other photos, but didn't think y'all would want to see all of them. All I got on there was a bunch of does. There were some videos that didn't load, so I did not delete them. So next Saturday, whenever I check it, we'll see. Or Friday, whenever, I guess. But now I just got one camera left. I don't know if I'll check it now, but maybe later. There's a salt box. Next camera, third one, final one. This is the one I'm going to be hunting in the rut. I can't hunt my main spot, so I'm going to check it. Last time I checked this camera, I wasn't recording, but I forgot to turn on the actual camera, so it took no photos. But this is me just scouting down my road, and we saw a nice buck. It looks to be a 10 through binoculars. And so we're hoping during the rut it moves to where I'm going to be hunting, and maybe I can get a shot on this nice deer. It's the evening hunt of juvenile, but I've not showed y'all my morning hunt, so I'm going to show you what I'm hunting with, though. Got my binoculars right here, guys. Vortex, I think. And this is the gun of choice I'm using. Nice 243 pink camo Savage gun. Pretty good. Killed a couple deer with it. Not me, my brother, but still. And it's sighted in. Hopefully we can go get a deer this morning. We got in the woods around 6:50, and at 8:20, so an hour and a half into the hunt basically, we had our first doe show up directly behind us. Now this video is a little laggy and low quality off of Snapchat, but this deer walked around us for about 20 minutes, and then eventually it came right in front of us, looking directly at us. So it started behind us, curled to our left, then it ran off, and then it came back and it stood right in front of us, which it was super close, about 20 yards, and somehow it didn't even glance at us our way at all. The doe bedded down right in front of us. Honestly, I don't know if this was good. I mean, maybe a buck would come in, sniffing her. And then to the left, I'm like, oh, Dad, I hear something. I'm like, oh, it's a buck, yes. And it's a doe. Turns out there was actually 3 or 4 does. We just could see one at the time. But still really cool to see. And then about 30 minutes later, thinking about leaving, getting a little cold, and then we have these does walk so close to us and not run off. I don't know. It was actually really cool because I spook a lot of deer, and I didn't spook these deer. So that was really good on my part. But they stared right at it, directly looking into our souls. And somehow, they knew something was up, I think, but they didn't know what was up. So they just kept on going their happy little lives and didn't stop and blow at us, which is really good. So right once they got past our tree, they started feeding for a little bit. They were here for a minute or two, and we thought a buck would come, but, well, spoiler, a buck never came after them. So not too long after them deer, we had this fat raccoon come out, which I've never seen a raccoon in person. That's not in a live trap. Well, I have, but you know what I mean. Not while hunting and being still and stuff. And actually, it was actually really cool. They are just like cats. Like, it was jumping and climbing around. It's just way, I guess, fatter. And then the moment we're all waiting for. See on the left side? A buck shows up. Yes, but the problem is, it's a spike. With my luck, I'm always seeing spikes and never really big deer. He stood right in front of us where that doe was bedded down. You can see his horns a little better in this clip. He was about 30, 40 yards or so. And he didn't know we were there at all. But he didn't. It was kind of cool just to see how he would react. There's actually 4 does to our left that he was literally staring at, but didn't go chase, which makes me think the rat ain't up yet. So this is later in the evening, hunting at a different tree stand, single person tree stand, hoping for some deer, but I don't know, just gonna let luck fade out. I forgot to record me opening the camera, but here we are. This looks to be a spike, another 3-pointer looks like. Then here's 2 bucks chasing each other. I guess they're trying to practice for the rat, I don't know. Another spike, another 3-pointer, and then this next deer is an absolute giant. I would shoot this deer any day of the week. 8-pointer, really good deer. Got a camera, 243, catch see a deer. So all the pictures just showed y'all. Gonna set this back up real quick. There we go. Gonna lock it right there. It took like 8 photos of me, but this is the point of view it's got. I just made a fake scrape right here. Left some saliva on the branches, but it is in front of my trail camera right here. So hopefully, it's the point of view radius. I think it's kind of far away, but this is a different camera, which y'all might know what it is. It's a cell cam. That little stick hanging up. Watching this, it is down in a valley, other known as a holler. Watching this whole area, it's not even that thick down here, which is honestly really surprising. But coming off of one field, well, 2 fields, I guess you could say, coming down into a little bowl, which is honestly a really great spot to hunt. That's why I set up a camera. Even 50 yards away, there's a really nice scrape that wasn't made by a deer. This wasn't even a fake one. Alright guys, we are at the spot where the camera's at. So, got some binos. Let's see a deer. Can get it. Got my dog with me, just so I wouldn't get, I guess, attacked by a bear. But got my checker, SD card check right here, about 20 bucks. Joking, I stole it from my brother. Anyways, this is where it's near. Look, we got a nice little rubber scrape. I get them backwards, but we got that right there. And the camera should be right there. That's perfect, right there. And this was a scrape. It was freshly used whenever we put the camera up. Kind of not as fresh now, but there was one up there. So there was 2. Gonna check this camera and review it. So let's get it. Thing I had on camera, which is hard to see on the far right, it's just a doe walking. So not really a lot on this camera. So maybe next week we'll get some. And there's the doe even closer, and then there's me recording. As you guys just saw, check that camera. Only a couple of does, unless there's a really small buck. Camera quality is not the greatest. It's a cheap camera. But we're gonna go check the other one. So there's a ridge. My arm's a ridge, right? We are where this finger is. We're gonna check the other side where my elbow is. So go from here all the way over there. And I'm gonna drive there in a 4-wheeler. So yeah. Alright, we made it to the other top of the ridge. Still got the card checker, didn't fall out. I did drop my phone off the 4-wheeler. But we got it, don't worry, that's how I'm recording. I'm gonna check this camera. Let's look at its overview again. So that's what it's looking at. Top of a ridge. So this is honestly one of the best spots. That's why I hunt up here. So I'm gonna check these photos real quick. First thing we had was a dog, random dog, not mine. But next thing we had is this spike. He's pretty consistent because I've had him up here multiple weeks in a row. Maybe he can make it till next year and be a bigger buck. We got the camera set back up. Just took a photo. Saw that with flash. I hear something down here. I'm gonna try to quietly go get a look at it. I don't know what it is though. So we did have that little small buck on camera. Again, he's pretty consistent, you could say. Daddy, stop. Don't hear nothing anymore. That little buck is really consistent. Because that's like 3 weeks in a row we've had him on camera up here. So that little buck, I guess, just lives here. But thanks so much for watching. You're so close to 1K. If we can get that by 2026, that'd be so epic. But next week is muzzleloader opener. I'm gonna have a video for that already, and it's gonna be a good one. Trust me. But thank you guys for all the support. If you're not already, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. I appreciate it a lot, and see y'all in the next video.